Graduates and guests, I'm so pleased to introduce the man that even President Biden calls the boss. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Pat Gelsinger.
Thank you, thank you. And to class of 22, congratulations. You did it. We made it to this place. Graduation is a time to celebrate, reflect on the sacrifices, the accomplishments of the past, and the possibilities of the future. My path to this stage was anything but normal. I was born in the Amish, Pennsylvania Dutch country in eastern Pennsylvania. I often tell people that when you get to nowhere in Pennsylvania, we were just 5 more miles. My junior year of high school, I accidentally took a scholarship exam and I won. I shortly found out that I wasn't supposed to take it till my senior year. So the guidance counselor suggested, hey, maybe some community college credits and you could go right away. I think she just wanted to get rid of me. And so off I went at 16 years old to begin my college career. Technology enthralled me. I discovered something in every class. And the first time I touched a computer, I was hooked. After getting my 2-year degree, I interviewed with Intel. You know, and my first trip on an airplane was to California, paid for by Intel. That was cool. And the interviewer said, smart, arrogant, aggressive. He'll fit right in. You know, and I was fueled by this deep belief in technology, and Intel became my second family. The opportunity to work for innovation and the life-changing baseline of how every human operates just thrilled me. And of course, I brought that work ethic with me. You know, if I wasn't being kicked by a horse, bitten by a cow, covered in hay dirt, working in an air-conditioned building, this was pretty darn good. I spent the first 30 years of my career at Intel becoming the company's first chief technology. I helped create 14 generations of microprocessors, helped to create seminal technologies like Wi-Fi and USB. Whenever my granddaughter plugs her USB stick in, she says, "Thank you, Papa." My dream job was to become the Intel CEO. And then in 2009, after 30 years with the company, I was pushed out. I was heartbroken. My vision was crushed. I then spent 11 years outside of Intel, and the same amount of time, curiously, that Steve Jobs spent outside of Apple. First at EMC and then as CEO of VMware, and this period outside was an extraordinary period of learning, maturity, growth, and development. And then about a year and a half ago, I was invited to come back as the CEO of Intel, my dream job. So here I am in my dream job. And here are you, back after a couple of dreadful years. You know, and think about the family, friends, and loved ones, the past 3 years and all that we've had to work through and what it's been like to be a student. And I say, you've been through something extraordinary, a global pandemic, and here you are. You should be very, very proud. And today, every aspect, please. Today, every aspect of human existence is becoming digital technology. And technology in itself is neither good nor bad. It's largely neutral. It's our jobs to shape technology as a force for good. Because when it is good, it is magic. And much of tomorrow's magic will be built right here in Ohio. Back in February, I was honored to join your president, as well as Senator Portman and other elected officials, to announce the end of the Rust Belt and our plans to create a new epicenter of technology right here in Ohio, the Silicon Heartland. The first phase is a $20 billion investment spanning over 1,000+ acres, 7 times larger than Disneyland. And we hope to scale this to be the largest, most advanced manufacturing facility for semiconductors anywhere in the world, right here in Ohio. This is part of our commitment to restoring American leadership in innovation and manufacturing, right here in the USA, right here in Ohio. As every consumer knows by now, we need more chips. Chips for cars, appliances, computers. Now, we implore Congress to finish the CHIPS Act. Senator Portman, you knew I had to say that today, to make this dream fully realized. And with the OSU and other universities in the region, we have also committed to $100 million of innovation funds that will enable us to develop the pipeline of diverse students, of talent, and of capabilities so that we can fully realize this dream. This project will create thousands of jobs for you, the graduates of the Ohio State University. Did I get that right? We are just getting started with this transformation, and you are just getting started in your careers. So some advice that has served me well in my career, and I call this the career map, M-A-P. M is for mentors. Find them, listen to them. And I've had 5 significant mentors in my life, and unfortunately, only one of them is still with me. But I speak to him every Friday morning. You know, early in my career, I was a precocious young engineer, and I was working on one of our key products, the 8386, and I realized that we had some persistent problems that if they weren't addressed, the chip was not going to be successful. I had a major operations review with the founders of Intel, the veritable gods of the industry, you know, the seminal figures of Silicon Valley, and I demanded that they urgently fix these issues. A week or so after the meeting, I got a phone call from Andy Grove, soon to be CEO of the company, semiconductor genius, management guru, and future Time Magazine Man of the Year. I was impressed by the presentation that you gave, Pat. Said, Andy, what do you read? What do you study? What are you working on? What are your career goals? Well, I was shocked. And I muttered some lame answers, and he quickly shot back and he said, those are lousy answers. Be in my office in a week with better ones. That began a mentoring relationship that lasted for 35 years until Andy's passing. Mentoring with Andy Grove was like going to the dentist and not getting Novocaine. But those are the kind of people that you need in your life, that if you're going to be made better, they will make you better. We're diamonds in the rough, and we need people like Andy Grove to knock off those rough edges. Every major successful person I've met with, they can reflect on their Andy Grove. And I challenge you, do you have that influence in your life? M, A, for audacious goals. Write a mission statement. Live it. Manifestation is a trendy word these days, and if anything, I'm not a trendy guy. But I do believe that you can manifest your goals. In the mid-20s, I had a period of aimlessness. I had gotten my first patent. I had written my first book. It was a thriller, Programming the 8386. I'm sure many of you have read it. Married, and our second child was on the way. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the rest of my career. In that period, I struck on the idea of writing a mission statement, the audacious statements of what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, the unattainable things that I wanted to dream about and strive for. And for 25 years, I was daily doing armchair CEO. Could have I said what Andy Grove said? Would I have done it? Was I smart enough to do it? It drove me every day. God-sized goals that are much bigger than you could ask or imagine. Keep the most important thing the most important thing. Ruthlessly prioritize your time against your mission. M-A-P for passion. Find something you are good at, that you love doing, and do it with people who you enjoy. 40 years into my career, I am as fired up today as when I first walked into Intel as an 18-year-old kid. And I want to be able to share that passion for innovation. Never lose that excitement, that drive. Live your life in a relentless pursuit for what is right. Not mostly right, but totally and absolutely right. Your values define you, and they shape who you are and how everybody sees you. Realize they call it work for a reason. You will have crappy days. Life is not a walk in the park. You will get angry, you will get fired, you will fail, you will lose the deal, you will be passed over for the promotion that you know that you deserved. But aggressively embrace those moments and make them better, because these failures are your opportunities to learn and grow. Use your passions to fight through those periods, those challenges, and you will have moments like today when everything is glorious and celebrated. Finally, and most importantly, be intent in growing and learning, and be confident in who you are. Bring your whole self into the workplace. I'm a devout Christian, and I love talking about my faith, but also aggressively doing so and embracing diversity and inclusion. I believe every day God has a higher purpose for my life. You shouldn't have to cultivate different personas for different parts and experience of your life. The experiences you have in one area can be the most helpful and beneficial in others. Any business is more likely to succeed when people bring their differences in thought, experiences, background, culture into the workplace. Diversity enriches and empowers high-performing teams and ultimately feeds innovation. Be open to others and be entirely you. In conclusion, we can improve the lives of every human on the planet through technology. We have the opportunity ahead to build out the world we want to live in. We cannot stand still. We must move forward faster to the future. It is up to us? No, it is up to you, today's graduating class, to define this era that is before us. As you leave this incredible stadium today, may each of you commit to your life map. Mentors to make you better. Audacious goals that are impossible until they're not. And pursue your passion and purpose. Class of 2022, I humbly pass the future to you. Come join me in Licking County. We're gonna have some fun. And I'm looking forward to working with you on so many developments that are not yet possible. Yet. Thank you, Buckeyes.